Well, I had planned on getting 2 lawnmowers finished today. I got a Cub Cadet up here that had a leaky axle seal. And I was able to get that one fixed. The mailman showed up, but he showed up late. I don't understand that. So this one had a leaky seal. It's still dry. So we got that seal replaced. We added some oil to the transmission. So fingers crossed that works. But then I was supposed to get a pulley from FedEx today so I could finish this one up. I don't know. I think sometimes 2 FedEx trucks run through here each day. I don't know, but I don't know, about 2 hours ago, the FedEx ran down and came back, and he didn't stop here, so they're still saying that it's supposed to be here by 2:40. Anyway, I was hoping to get this one done, and that way I can get them out of here. Then that would just leave this one. It needs some ignition coils, and those parts are supposed to be here tomorrow. So if that shows up today, then I will get working on that first thing in the morning, 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. And by the time the parts get here through the mail on this one, that one will be finished so I can get these 2 done. At least that's what I'm hoping. But then I still got this Craftsman that I'm gonna have to take back, and he still hasn't told me when I can take it back. So I know he's gonna call me Friday and says, okay, I'm down here from the city, you can bring it now. Okay, well, I asked you 4 days ago when I could bring it, now you're in a hurry for it. So I just know that's what's going to happen. So we decided to move the truck. I told you yesterday about the sun can make the computer overheat, so we parked it up underneath the trees to get some shade on it, and that worked yesterday. Did pretty good. The sun never hit the front end of it. It did hit the back end, but that's okay. So we'll park it there when it's really hot like this. Got an email last night from one of my subscribers. Haven't gotten an email in a long time. I've actually taken my email off the description of my videos because I just got tired of the trash that was coming in, cussing me out endlessly. So I took it off a couple years ago. But I'm sure some people still, you know, have it or whatever. So I get an email last night, and it's a lengthy email. And it's about the new channel. So the new channel's name, the name of the channel is Shade Tree Mower Mechanic. So we do our work outside under the shade tree. Of course, I have a tarp now, but you can still see there's shade trees everywhere, all around us. So I still think it's shade tree. And then the mower, so you know, lawnmowers, you know, chainsaws, anything to do with your lawn care is what I kind of interpret it as. Weed eaters. I mean, if we get into, I don't know, some industrial stuff, maybe, you know, I don't do that. I don't do ATVs or anything, but I don't even do that for the business, the hobby business. When I advertise, I don't do ATVs, and people have called me and asked me to do them, and I don't do them. It's just lawn care stuff. So he gives this email. He says, you know, you're such a liar. You've lied your entire time you've been on YouTube, on your other channel, this channel. And now you're lying on, and deceiving people on your other channel. He says, first of all, I didn't even realize you had another channel. And so I thought you lived off grid. That's what you said. That's what your channel is, Little House Off Grid. I thought you lived off grid. But you don't live off grid, because now I see that you're working on lawnmowers, and you tried to deceive everybody by creating a second channel, hoping to keep everybody from knowing that you work on lawnmowers. So you're a liar, because I caught you. Well, I don't know how I'm trying to deceive anybody. I remember there for several months back, you know, starting in January 1st, I asked my subscribers from this channel to go over to the other channel and subscribe. So I was being quite honest about it. I wasn't trying to hide it from anybody. And even yet today, I still at the end of the video say, if you want to check out my other channel, click the up next box to take you over my other channel, you know, whatever it is I say. Not trying to hide anything there. And then down in the comment section, I say, you know, check out my second channel and subscribe, and I give you a link. And then in the description, I say, check out my second channel and subscribe, and I give you a link. So I don't think I'm hiding it. But as far as off-grid, I'm not sure what lawnmower maintenance has to do with not being able to live off-grid. That's confusing to me. I don't know how I'm a liar, but sometimes it's actually kind of difficult to do some work on these lawnmowers because I don't have an air compressor. I've considered getting one and trying to run it off the generator or solar. There's one at Walmart, but the reviews aren't very good. I did buy it one time, and Walmart ran out of stock, so I canceled my order, and I just never reordered. I was kind of grateful that, anyway, so I don't have an air compressor. And having to sharpen blades and that kind of stuff, it would be nice to have a plug. But I go down there, I hook up my inverter. The power washer is another thing that's a little difficult. You know, I got to run that off the inverter. And then I use a ton of water washing these things. That's a pain. So, yeah, there's some inconveniences living off grid and doing maintenance. But I am doing it. And then he says, as far as you being a mechanic, you're not a mechanic. That's quite clear. You're a parts changer. Well, yeah, okay. I don't know what the difference is. I know how to diagnose a lawnmower. I can tell you what's wrong with it, and I can make sure that it's repaired in a fashion that you can use it after I'm done with it. So if it's not running, and I get it running, I'm kind of hoping that's, you know, a good thing. So whatever you want to call that. If that's not a mechanic, a parts changer, so maybe I need to change the name of my channels to Shade Tree Mower Parts Changer. I don't know. I mean, I sometimes do some welding, and when I do work on my own lawnmower, which I have done on the other channel, such as the Beast, had some magnets that broke off. You may remember on the underside of the flywheel. I glued those back on. I didn't do it on camera, but I did tell you I was going to do it because it was my mower. But when it comes to a customer's mower, I'm not going to do that. I need to be able to put a warranty on it, and I need to be able to hold somebody liable for that warranty. So if I buy a flywheel and it breaks, I need to be able to return the flywheel and get a new one for free. So that's why I do it. I don't know. I don't think it's that big of a deal that I change parts. I mean, somebody said one time, you need to show us how to clean a carburetor. Okay, I can show you how to clean a carburetor. I have many times on that channel clean carburetors, but a lot of times it's cheaper, and that's what you got to understand, my customer. It's cheaper to change out the carburetor than it is to clean it, because you still got to buy all the little rebuild stuff. You got to buy new valves and the seals, and sometimes you got to buy a float. Yeah, I can clean it, but it, you know, when you got $20 invested in all those parts plus my labor to clean it, you're up to $50. Or you can buy a brand new carburetor and be at 40, 45 bucks, something like that. Seems to me it makes more sense. You're just a parts changer. Okay, so I'm a parts changer. And then he goes on this rant. I mean, an absolute rant about both of my channels not covering a lot of stuff. I remember when I was building a tiny house, a lot of people would ask me questions, even before I started building it, about the property, and so I was kind of repeating myself a lot in those videos. And one of those troll channels made a video about me saying that all he ever does is repeat the same stuff over and over again. So I don't know, when you're putting up a wall, yeah, sometimes you got to cut a 2x4 multiple times the same length. You know, I get it. It's repetitive. You know, all that stuff. But you know, they just, I don't know. Anyway, so they've always complained that this channel is too repetitive. All you do is talk about solar panels. I had to move locations. Carolyn needed to do some work over there, so didn't want to bother her. So was up, you know, they're upset that I'm always talking about solar panels. I'm always talking about the well. When are you going to talk about something different? So, you know, it's always repetitive. So now they've come to my new channel, and now they're doing the same thing. They're all upset because all you do is talk about lawnmowers, weed eaters, and chainsaws. When are you going to talk about something else? here's the thing. I watch about 3 or 4 lawnmower repair channels. And they repeat themselves a lot, how to change carburetors. And the thing is, watch multiple videos from different people, you're going to learn that most of them have the same information. But I watch them because all of them have a little bit of different information or different ways to do things and tips and tricks and things that you hadn't thought about before. So I'm not necessarily trying to teach the mechanic how to be a mechanic, which a lot of these people are, you know, they got shops and that kind of thing. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Scotty Kilmer and Chris Fix work on cars. That's their channel. They work on cars. And both of them work outside. And I always think, man, they should have a garage, shouldn't they? But then when you get to lawnmowers, everybody's got a garage. Nobody works outside. So I think it's more likely that the average homeowner is going to work probably outside on their lawnmower. So I thought it was pretty neat that I did the shade tree mower mechanic thing. So he says that I need to start working on ATVs and side-by-sides. And he even mentioned that, you know, there's some car maintenance I should be showing him how to do also, like, you know, rotating tires and changing the oil. And what was, oh, boats. I need to start working on boats. You know, you just can't satisfy people at all. I mean, you know, some people say you can't satisfy some of the people all the time, you know, so, you know, whatever. No, you can't ever satisfy. You'll get someone who absolutely loves your videos and still find something to complain about. You know, I've done everything I can to follow every rule on this new channel, making sure that it fits the criteria of YouTube, the audience, and sure enough, I mean, there are the trolls are already attacking the channel. They're subscribing a bunch of accounts and unsubscribing accounts, and it's quite obvious they're doing it because they'll come over to my old channel, they'll unsubscribe 5 or 10, 4, I think it's always in multiples of 2, so it's like 4 or 6 or 10, whatever it is, they'll unsubscribe. And then they'll go over to my new channel. Well, they don't have as many accounts subscribed over there, so they want to pace themselves, so they'll unsubscribe too. So you can tell it every time, or maybe even once sometimes, but you can tell it because as soon as they unsubscribe all those accounts from my old channel, they go over to the new channel and they're attacking it. It's you can't satisfy people. It's impossible. They don't want to be satisfied. They want to be angry. If you don't want to watch lawnmower repair videos, I have this amazing idea, and it's so novel that I might see if I can get it copywritten or patented or whatever the term is that I could, you know, I don't know, I'd have to research it, maybe hire a lawyer. But I've got this really novel idea that if you don't like to watch a YouTube channel, instead of telling them and chewing them out and cussing them out, maybe just don't watch. I mean, out of the billions of, I think there, I don't know, there's multiple billions of videos uploaded every day, or multiple billions of hours of, and so there's all kinds of stuff that you can watch. I mean, just absolutely all kinds of stuff that you can watch. You don't have to watch this channel or that channel, my other channel. You don't have to watch them. You know, these troll channels just absolutely terrorize channels, and I don't understand why. If you don't like it, why are you watching? And you're appealing to an audience that don't like that channel either. That makes no sense. You have an entire audience that doesn't want to watch a channel, so what are you going to do? You're going to watch the channel so you can complain about the channel. I don't understand it. That is absolutely ludicrous to me. That is the sign of insanity, I'm certain of it. So, I don't know. If you want to click that up next box, it'll take you to a video on my other channel. I really appreciate it if you go check it out. And it is lawnmower or lawn, you know, type of stuff, maintenance. So I hope I can inspire you to deal with people so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.